big money is getting into Bitcoin. How big? 1 million? 10 million? 1 billion? Well, the company that's getting in there has 8 trillion of assets under management. How big is 8 trillion? It's 1/3 of the GDP of America. Yesterday it was all just rumors, but now we got it confirmed. BlackRock is filing for an ETF, a spot ETF on Bitcoin. Now, what does spot mean? How is this different to other ETFs that are currently floating around? Spot means that there is an underlying, so the actual physical Bitcoin is behind every paper that is issued. That's different to the current futures ETFs. So the current Bitcoin ETFs that are floating around, they are simply just derivatives. So a third party that says, okay, I will pay out the delta, the difference to whatever you enter the contract with, to the current price. We're simply just making a bet together. That's what you can currently buy in the traditional markets. But with the issuance of a spot ETF, BlackRock will now have to buy the actual Bitcoin. Now, when we dig a bit deeper here, we find something very interesting. BlackRock appears to be setting this up together with Coinbase. Coinbase is the custodian, and it looks like this fund might as well trade with premiums and discounts similar to Grayscale. Now, that's a bit of a problem, right? We have seen this with Grayscale. It started off with a premium, and then that premium became a discount after new rumors were spreading of potential additional risks and commingling of funds, etc. Liabilities that weren't so clear beforehand. So you take on additional risk, and with the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, you actually did not get the pure Bitcoin performance. You underperformed. Now, the exact same thing could here happen with BlackRock. Not saying it will, but if you've got the choice, you don't have to buy it through the traditional methods, getting directly the Bitcoin and moving it into a hardware wallet is probably the better idea. Also, you save on cost, right? Usually these ETFs, they have an annual cost, 1 or 2%. It's getting taken away every year, and this adds up over the long term. Now, I find this all very interesting, and of course there are people out there that now say maybe this whole SEC drama has been done to trouble the current new upcoming crypto companies and to make way for traditional finance to take over crypto, basically. I'm not sure if the whole thing was planned out in that much detail, and I'm also not sure if this ETF application actually gets approval. It could, but in the past, all those ETF approvals, they had been denied by the SEC. And it doesn't look like the SEC is now super pro crypto. They haven't said anything against Bitcoin, but probably their current focus is rather to push the industry out as much as possible. Crypto shouldn't be in America. Retail investors have to be protected, whatever that means. And you could come up with all kinds of risks why this ETF should be denied, right? You could say the market isn't yet stable enough. It's not yet safe from manipulation. You could come up with stories, and this is also how the prior ETF applications by Grayscale, so the conversion from a fund to an ETF, was rejected, how that got rejected, how the Gemini application got rejected, and I think Coinbase even themselves, they filed something. So it's interesting news, but I wouldn't start celebrating just yet, even if there are traditional finance players now that want to get into the space. Overall, crypto regulation in the US still looks very hostile, and it appears like the new developing crypto centers will be outside of the US. Dubai, Singapore, maybe even Hong Kong. So let's keep a close eye on this. Crypto will survive, especially Bitcoin. We are not dependent on traditional finance getting into the game as well. We have the long-term growth curves on our side. Bitcoin gets more and more adoption every day, as we show several times on this channel. Feel free to give this a like, and if you haven't yet subscribed, there's that red button as well. And of course, don't forget to join our Telegram group. We discuss all kinds of news over there. Simply search for Bitcoin Strategy Channel in the Telegram app. If you want to know when new videos come out, you can also join the Bitcoin Strategy News. So I hang around in this channel quite often. Looking forward to see you there as well. Bye bye.